another Sunday drive. Come on, let's go. Today is actually not a Sunday, it's a Friday, and we're headed to Eastern Oregon.
Again.
This is Scott's 4th trip this month. So, yeah, we're in the gorge area right now, the Columbia River Gorge, for those that don't know. And we're headed to Eastern Oregon so we can do some stuff for Scott's mom. There's still a lot of snow on the ground, but it's not as bad as when Scott traveled through here last weekend.
2 weekends ago.
Or 2 weekends ago, yeah.
Yeah, this interstate in places was four-wheel drive access only. And the chain law for the trucks was in effect.
They had freezing rain and everything. It's about 37 degrees, so it's above freezing. I can't tell you how many waterfalls I was actually able to see, and you know, because it's winter time and a lot of the trees have their leaves off, so it was really easy to see some of them that were hidden back up along the banks. Some of them were frozen, but some of them were going pretty good.
And I was wanting to stop at Milma Falls, but they're closed because a few weeks ago they had a lot of flood damage.
Yeah, and then further down the road, we heard this morning that near the Eagle Creek area, on Eagle Creek Lane, it was closed because of a landslide. See a few areas, there were small areas that had little landslides. During this time of year and later into the spring, when you have the freeze and thaw effect, there are chances for landslides.
I was just talking to one of my buddies who works on the maintenance crew of Burlington Northwest Railroad in the north-south line. In this area, they've been continuously removing debris from landslides off the tracks. Been several times in the past couple of weeks the trains have literally stopped because of landslides. They had to call crews in to come get them and come clear the tracks.
Also, when we had this storm a couple of weekends ago, there was a lot of wind in the area, and that wind brought down a lot of trees across the tracks as well. So they had to clean all that up.
Getting sandblasted right now too from the pickup from this truck in front of us.
There's also a video out there of I can't remember which one it was called, but there's a ferry boat that goes up and down the Columbia River, and with the wind, it pushed it into an area near
Cascade Locks.
At Cascade Locks, yeah. And it actually took out the walking bridge that we walked across when we went to our niece's wedding, because they had it out on the island. And anyway, so they were trying to stop from any more damage happening and everything, and one of the boat pilots took it out, and he took it up to a place that would be more secure. But watching the video, it was quite the feat. It was rocking back and forth. It was pretty scary looking. It was pretty cool. He did a really good job, but it was kind of scary.
But our current location here on Interstate 84, eastbound, is we're coming up on the small town of Arlington here real soon. And it's pretty easy driving. Like we mentioned before, it's above freezing and there's no wind, so it's just an easy drive, just a chilly drive.
Yeah, the river actually looks like glass right at the moment. That's how non-windy it is.
Yeah, it's kind of unusual for it to be this slick right now. But we are dealing with this low-hanging clouds, which is the Columbia River effect. And it happens this almost every year, every winter. Get about 5 miles to the south, it'll probably clear up.
A lot more people on the road than I expected for this part of the state anyway.
This van's going to run over.
No, you're not going to let him in.
Well, he didn't move fast enough.
Yeah.
In a bigger hurry.
Scott had a really cool picture of what it looked like out in the Ione area of this part of the state.
Yeah, it's about 20 miles to the south of this spot. And I was out there 3 days ago.
Yeah.
3 days ago, coming home, and I went out there to visit my brother-in-law. And it was a solid sheet of ice over the snow, and you could just have this shimmer effect on the snow.
I don't know if you'll be able to see it very well, but there are absolutely no waves like normal on the water. It is just like glass. Might be able to see it down here after we get past those rocks over there. So this being busy has been our life for the last more than 6 months now.
This is my 18th trip across this freeway since April-May time frame. I'm getting really tired of staring at this interstate.
Yeah. From where we live, it's about a 5-hour drive on a good day.
Yeah, we're coming down into the little town of Arlington that I mentioned before. And over here, you can see the river. Got the Morrow County grain growers, grain silos over there. Really not much here, but it's something.
Maybe a cute little park down there. For that one, but it is a cute little park, especially with the snow.
But for the drive, this through here is part of the most boring area of Interstate 84 in north central Oregon. The only interesting part is the river.
Yeah. It used to be in this area that we had bighorn sheep that roamed around in this area, and they decided to take the whole herd out of here and move them to central south or south central Oregon.
They was Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife.
Right. They thought that it was a hazard for them to be so close to this highway, you know, and people gawking and stopping when they shouldn't have been stopping, taking pictures and distracting other drivers.
Just safely passed a Swift truck. They're not sure who's worse, Swift or Amazon anymore.
We watch a couple of truck driver people on YouTube, although I haven't watched a lot on YouTube lately. I've just been too busy. But there's one that's from, where is it? He's from somewhere here in Oregon, isn't he?
Well, no, they both live up in Spokane area, but
Oh.
they're based out of Redmond, Oregon, and they drive for Central Oregon Trucking Company. They're flatbedders. They only park on the dirt, so they say. And anybody who drives truck knows that most flatbedders don't back up, so that's kind of their thing, is they try not to have to back up. And van drivers are just nasty van drivers.
And orientation on Monday.
That's what they say.
That's for all the new truck drivers. Orientation on Monday.
Not like watching those guys because they go to places of this country that I may never get to. And that's what's so cool about what we're doing here. Is there's some of you who's watching this may never have the chance to get to this part of Oregon and to some of the places that we go to. So we get to show you some of the sights along the way.
Different times of the year.
Yeah. Oh, this is definitely not the first time we've taken you on this trip.
Oh yeah.
On this route. But it's the first time that there's been snow on the ground.
Yeah.
Normally I try not to drive this road at all in the wintertime. But this year has been an exception.
Very little choice in the matter. Gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, everyone. You know, we just really wanted to catch up with everyone. I missed posting a video last Sunday, and I apologize. I wasn't feeling up to it for one thing, and I just really didn't have anything to post. And I was crazy busy. So, plus there was some stress involved in there. So, anyway, I hope everyone is well, and take care, hug your loved ones, and I'll see you next time.
See ya!